Hi everyone. So today we are going to make a hydroponic nutrient solution. So this is what is the solution that is required in the hydroponic farming. So this is very important actually, because if you are going for the commercial farming, then the purchasing every time the solution is very expensive. So you can just make it at the home. So I researched everything. So like what are the required components are there, I will tell you in a brief, and how can you make that solution at home only and can use in your hydroponic farm actually. So like there are 9 essential macro elements that are required for the plant, and out of them like 3 are like carbon and water, and like oxygen, those are like already taken care from the environment. But we have some element that are very required, are called macro element, especially NPK is called the primary nutrient for the plant actually. So nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, zinc, and calcium, these are the these are the required 6 elements that are very essential for the plant. So making for that hydroponic solution, we have this NPK actually. You can purchase it from any nursery shop. This is a 20:20:20 NPK with the added micronutrient boron and all these things are there. So you can even order it from the Amazon actually. Boron, iron, and all the iron, these are the micronutrient in this NPK. And apart from the NPK, we require this calcium nitrate. This also I order from the Amazon actually. And this is the Epsom salt. This is also called zinc sulfate. This is the zinc sulfate that we are required actually. So from that we get the zinc and the sulfate when it dissolved to the water actually. So these are the 3 essential things. Those are required, and for that I have a 2 empty bottle, the solution A and solution B. After filling, I will fill it to them actually. For measuring water, I am using this kind of the use syringe that you can also use. So I have taken out some amount of the NPK there. This is a calcium nitrate. Please don't keep them for longer time in the air actually, otherwise they will get the moisture and they will start rotting out actually. Not rotting out because they will react with the moisture and they will start clotting actually. So this is the measuring cup I will be using. So I will take the 50 ml of this solution. So the proportion will be 1 unit of the NPK, 1 unit of the calcium nitrate, and half unit of the zinc sulfate actually. Doesn't matter what is the gram amount you are taking, but make sure that you are taking the same amount of these things actually. So I am taking 1 unit, around 50 ml of the calcium nitrate, here the NPK. Measurement has to be very effective other to get all the nutrient element to your plant actually. If we see here, this is the 15 ml of the NPK actually. I am mixing this 15 ml of the NPK in this is the 100 ml of the water. 100 ml of the water, I am mixing this 15 ml of the NPK solution actually. So you can see that this I have to stir it thoroughly. Don't use your hand actually. I am using this used pen to stir it actually. So mix it properly. This has been mixed properly. For the solution A, you can use together the Epsom salt and calcium nitrate in one solution, that's called solution A. Because if you use the calcium nitrate in the same solution, it will precipitate out. So calcium nitrate is little hard to dissolve, but NPK and Epsom are very easy to dissolve actually. So mix it thoroughly and we will store it in the bottle, and after storing it we will be again taste the TDS of it, and I will show that how much we can dilute this one to use it for our use case actually. So next we are going to make the solution B. I am just taking the 100 ml of the water out. measuring with the syringe 50 ml. If we can see, this is the 50 ml. Again, I have taken 50 ml that we have, and then I'm going to use again 15 ml of the calcium nitrate. So in measuring in this cup, so this is the 15 ml of the calcium nitrate we are using in 100 ml of the water actually. The same unit we have used for the NPK solution. The same unit. So calcium nitrate we have to extend a little bit more because it's like not very water dissolvable, but just make sure that you are like uniformly mixing it actually. Calcium nitrate is mixed properly. The next second part is like you have to keep this extra excess water in a airtight container so that it don't get dissolve like moisture. So keeping it back in a airtight container. Keeping the NPKs also back in the closed container, otherwise it will absorb the moisture actually, and next time when we measure it and we'll say that it is 15 ml or 15 grams, so our measurement won't be accurate actually. So these are the like extra precaution we need to take care. While like many, if you are measuring and all the measurements are correct, then also you don't have a proper nutrient like ratio in your solution actually. So that's very important actually. So I'm going to take the next part is like I'm going to take the half unit of the Epsom salt. So this is around like 7.5 ml of the Epsom salt actually. So Epsom salt is very dissolvable, so I'm taking 7.5 ml of the Epsom. So this we have a 7.5 ml of the Epsom salt. We are going to mix it with the NPK solution that is called solution A only. So we have mixed. So Epsom salt is also mixed here with the solution A actually. So these are the two solutions, solution A and solution B ready with us, and now we are going to dilute this solution. So this is like so for now we are like going to take 5 ml from this and 5 ml from this will be total 10 ml. So 5 ml in the 100 ml of the water actually. So we'll take out the 100 ml of the water from here. This is a 50 ml, if you can see, this is the 50 ml. Next 50 ml. More a bit more. Yes. Okay, next 50 ml. So this we have a 100 ml of the water actually I have. So I will going to take 5 ml from each of them actually. So I'm using this small thing. So if I take let's take 4 ml only. So we'll take 4 ml. If you can see here, it is 4 ml here. So mixing 4 ml of the solution A, and then same 4 ml of the This is 4 ml of the solution B, which is the calcium nitrate actually. So this solution is also very concentrated actually. So we'll see how much the pH of this solution. So this is actually diluted by 1:10, but if we are going to use it for hydroponic, it has to be diluted in the ratio of 1:50 actually. So this measurement you can always calculate ratio on your basis actually. So I am having the pH meter, but we don't need to measure the pH here, because the pH we have to only measure when we have a going to finally use our solution in the solution box actually, or in a solution tank, when they are finally going to the hydroponic like system actually, when finally they are reaching to the plant actually. So I have this TDS meter with me. This is a simple TDS meter I have. So we'll measure the TDS of this water. What is the concentration? So you can see it's 0 here. And we have this 1:10 diluted solution here. So if I will mix it here, wait it for stabilize. So it is around press on hold if it is get stabilized. So if you see, it is 306 into 10 actually. 306 into 10, the ppm is like 3060 ppm. But for what we need is around 8000 ppm. That means like even 40% dilution more is required to this water. So if we are going to use around half ml of the water with the 4 ml of this two solution individually, then we can use it for our plant actually. But we always have this ppm vary from one plant to the another plant. So if you are going for the like some plant like the all greeny vegetables, leafy vegetables like spinach and all those required low ppm of the solution actually. But the plant like strawberry or cherry tomato, they need actually more ppm. And also when the like there are different stages of the plant also. When they are in a growing stage, you need more proportion of the NPK, because nitrogen, phosphorus are the required element for them to grow. But if they are coming to the flowering stage or they are bearing fruit, then we need more amount of the calcium and like calcium nitrate and Epsom, because we need more zinc and potassium, like more mineral contents are required if the plant are bearing like fruits and they are started bearing flowering and all these things. So the little bit variation here and there we can just do in our hydroponic solution here. So this like this is a very simple way you can just create your own like nutrient solution at the home actually. And also in the next video we are going to show you how we are using this hydroponic same nutrient solution what I have made for the different hydroponic setup that I have done by myself also. So if you have subscribed to this channel, we are also going to show how we are using this nutrient solution for different use cases as well. So for me, I am going to keep this solution in a different container so that I can use them later. So this is like a spare bottle I am using for the solution B actually. So I'll pour what is the solution we have made in this spare bottle so that we can use it later. This is our solution B. Close it. And also I am going to store the same way the solution A with us. So this is our solution A. For solution A, I have just marked this bottle. So we have a colorful NPK and Epsom solutions here mixed with. It has not dissolved a bit. I will make sure that you like add like in like just add 100 ml of the more water to this solution, close the lid and properly mix them well so that they are not precipitated out. This usually happen with the calcium nitrate. Calcium nitrate is very difficult to dissolve in the water, but the NPK, this is the water soluble NPK. If you see the levels are here, if you can see, this is the 100% water soluble mixture of the fertilizer, and same happen with the Epsom salt water. It's very soluble, so we don't need to consider about them. But for the calcium nitrate, we need to stir them before using them in our solution.